up, my guys? This is that other show on the Foxhole Radio, that show where we really don't give fucks for real. We want you to call in and talk negatively about us. That let me know we're doing our job here. Corey Holcomb 5150 Show, me and Darlene Ortiz in the house. And, this is our little extra half hour we have been blessed with. And
very nice, very nice.
What's happening over there at the Staples Center?
Justin Bieber.
Is that what's going on?
Yes, isn't that crazy?
Justin Bieber.
Boy, to see the crowd going in there.
Yeah, little young girls.
Not really. You stand out there, you'll go, what's the... Okay, they don't have a kid.
Justin
like
Bieber,
when you see...
he got a lot of male fans. I noticed that.
Yeah, and adult fans. I saw a couple of, little packs of adults walking. I said...
How old is he? I know he can get with grown women.
But I'm looking and I don't see kids with the people, and I'm like...
You see the older women? Hell yeah, fuck it.
A little pack of them, yeah. Well, I mean, if they like the music and they're dancing, but I said at least one child, I would have thought, if you got that many tickets, take somebody's niece or nephew if you didn't have any, but...
You do the rap fast on this first one? Oh, I forgot. You know how they do. Anyway, we're going to come back. We got to talking some shit, but, we're going to come back. We're going to have a little sports. And the topic of the day... I'll let Darlene say it since I said it wrong.
What? Well, what you said was treacherous bitches.
The power of treacherous bitches.
The power of treacherous bitches. And I'm like, why they gotta be treacherous bitches? How about the weakness of certain men? So the downfall.
Weak men and treacherous bitches.
There it is.
We'll be back to talk about that. Yeah, we are back. The new format. The new time. The new alleged kids. No, I'm fucking with you. Corey Holcomb 5150 Show. We're going to start off getting our little sports section in because, I don't know. I know a lot of you guys out there on the road driving your trucks follow sports heavily. And Brett Favre has single-handedly fucked the Vikings up, in my opinion. This guy didn't show up for training camp for 2 years in a row. So he couldn't take his HGH this year, even though that hasn't been proven. It's just my theory.
Okay.
So now he's really fucking up.
Wow. Yeah.
Darlene, I don't know if you know much about football, but it's a team sport. So you have to be part of the team, and he's not part of the team.
Right. That would drag any team morale down. One person's get away with too much.
He gets away with whatever he wants to get away with, and his skills have declined. He used to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
And for those, in case there's women listening that aren't familiar, he did retire and then came back. Am I right?
He retired and came back. He's done this 3 times, I think.
Stop.
Yeah, he's done it 3 times, and this year his elderly his elderly age for the NFL is really starting to show.
How old is he?
He's 41, and he's playing quarterback.
For football. Wow.
Yeah, for football. Ooh. All these young, fast guys, all these guys that are capable of getting the job done, and they put all their chips on Brett Favre, and he's literally throwing the games away, throwing interceptions, and his play has not been. If it was anybody else, they would have been snatched weeks ago, because the Minnesota Vikings actually have a really good football team. They have one of the best running backs in the game. They got a great defense. They even acquired Randy Moss.
So what is the problem?
The problem is Brett Favre not being able to deliver at the quarterback position.
And who else could take his position?
Anybody, goddammit.
On their team. Who was the next best?
I mean, well, they got a guy, and they went to the playoffs behind this guy, but they just don't want him. He's a brother named DeVaris Jackson. So he'll wind up playing next week.
A brother?
By default, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he'll play just because they can't put Brett Favre in because he hurt himself.
Hopefully it'll be his time to shine.
Well, yeah, anybody could do better than what Brett Favre's done this year. And what pisses me off is how the anchors on Sports Center, which they film right across the hall, they make excuses for this guy. They say, well, he's got enough street cred to do this and do that. But if it was anybody else, they would dog him out on television.
Right.
And on top of that, Brett Favre hasn't been suspended yet, but I think he's going to be suspended just because they have to do something about what has happened. His
personal problems, right?
He got caught up Now, I got to say this. This could happen to anybody.
Well, I was just going to say that, though. Do you really think that something like this would get somebody suspended?
Yeah, they suspended people for less.
Wow.
So that's why they have to do something about this. And what we're talking about is Brett Favre, when he played for the Jets a couple of years ago, allegedly, well, they got some pretty sound proof that it was him. And I'll tell you how. He allegedly sent dick pictures on the phone.
And the girl,
who's not guilty of this?
She's cute.
She's
cute. The girl's pretty.
Yeah, like that makes a difference. I guess it would be even more fucked up if you said NFL
You know, you'd be all over that, depending on how she looked. You know, you would have ate that up.
Well, I was saying, it's like, it doesn't matter if she's cute or if she's...
It does.
If she's not cute. I mean,
stop it.
He sent dick pictures. And I've sent dick pictures over the phone, but I never sent my dick. So, fellas, that's what you need to do. You need to send other dicks. I record other dicks off the internet, and I know that sounds weird, but I send those. I call it my stunt dick picture. I send stunt dicks, and I never have the problems that they're going to have. And I found out, because, of course, he tried to act like it wasn't him.
Because the only person it would matter to is your woman if you had one specific special girl, and she would know how yours looked. Because to anybody else who would care, if that's the case, they'd say, well, let us see.
The more I think about that, so it is illegal to send a dick picture over the phone to somebody, right? I guess it's because she worked for the organization, and when it's convenient for a lot of women, they say it's harassment. Or at least that's my opinion. Anyway, I think the woman is claiming harassment or whatever, and Brett said it wasn't his dick. But
okay, but back really quick.
There was a watch in the picture that got him caught up. The watch he had while holding his dick.
Stop it.
Is what got it. He accepted some award with that watch on.
Almost like the Bruno Magli's, the OJ they
That's
had on.
That's the proof they have that it's him holding his dick.
Remember that? He had the pictures of him wearing them shoes.
Is that
Do you remember
what
that with OJ? Yeah, remember he was accepting some award at some football game, and he had those same shoes on that where it had the bottom print all over the...
Oh, yeah. Well, the number to call in
anyway.
and comment on all this is 8772-106-106. But that's got to be fucked up, because, like, you can claim... I wanted to... You remember when Michael Jackson got accused of all that? The police had him come in and they took pictures of his dick. I wonder, what color was his dick? Was it the old Jackson 5 color or the new Michael Jackson Thriller color? I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm asking.
I'm scared. I don't think we want to know.
That'd be kind of weird if his dick didn't change tones.
It was... God.
He got the Mandingo dick and the businesswoman face. What the fuck? That's
my
fucked
gosh.
up. We're not making fun of Michael.
That.
It's just that's what happened, okay?
Rest in peace, Mike. It's okay.
I guess we'll start taking calls on this already.
Yes, please.
We got some calls. I guess they want to comment on this already. Melvin from California. Melvin.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Corey?
What's the deal?
Hello, Daddy.
Hey, Melvin. What happened?
His phone cut off.
Mister. Oh, man.
He was trying to send a dick picture while he was talking on the phone.
I guess so.
His phone was like, you can't do both at the same time. This isn't an iPhone, motherfucker. Anyway. We go to the next caller. D-Boy from Baton Rouge. D-Boy, what's that?
Man, what's happening, bro?
You got it, brother?
Man, say, bro, Brett Favre is fucking trash, bro. And just like you said, them motherfuckers, especially that Tom Jackson. I remember last week you were talking about his Uncle Tom ass. That motherfucker get on my nerves, bro. Every time he always talking about people like Chad Johnson and, you know, people who celebrate when they do touchdowns and shit. And he acting like he was a dog back in the day. I mean, he was alright, but he wasn't no dog. And they just act like Brett Favre is this motherfucker, and he ain't. They didn't waited a whole summer for him to make his mind up, and now they 1-5, and what the fuck they gonna do now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, even though people are still acting as though they can still win that division. They're trying to make a light out of it. They're trying to make you feel sorry for this guy. But the truth is, he's been selfish as long as I can remember.
That would be nice, though, if old boy came in and really turned it out, huh?
Thanks for the call anyway.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I remember when this guy who played for the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre was playing for the Green Bay Packers at the time, was trying to negotiate his contract. And Brett Favre was basically saying he needs to forget about all that and come play.
Wow. Look at this.
It was a wide receiver. I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name right now, but it'll come back to me because I remember that. And I was like, I can't believe he had the nerve to, like, interfere with that guy's contract.
So basically, what you're telling me in girl talk, he's a prima donna?
Yeah.
Of sorts?
But here's the thing. He's allowed to be a prima donna. There's a lot of prima donnas in the league. There was a guy, he plays defense for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he got fined for putting these heavy hits on guys. And he was like, I might retire. And every announcer on there was like, well, retire, motherfucker. We don't need you. We'll get another nigga to hit somebody. And nobody said nothing. But Brett Favre, he's this guy that they just want to carry through the stands and act like he's the all-time greatest football player in the world. And I'm just like, this guy is detrimental to both teams he's been traded to. He fucked up the Jets team. And now he's fucking up the Minnesota Vikings. And they want to talk about his success. Because last year he did have a good year. But he's the all-time leading interception thrower. And he fucked up the chances of the Minnesota Vikings to go to the Super Bowl by making a pass that everybody knows is a boneheaded pass by throwing it across your body. Whenever you throw the ball across your body this way like that, it always, most of the time, it winds up as a negative play. And this guy does it. And they tried to downplay it. I knew he was going to throw an interception. I was like, don't worry, New Orleans. You guys are going to
So is he done then? Basically, is he done right now? They're not going to let him play?
Well, he's injured now. And, you know, when you get older, your body doesn't heal as fast. So they don't know what's going to happen. But they really need to.
For sure he's injured?
They need to sit. They need to sit him down.
Okay.
If they want to have a chance at making the playoffs, it's my opinion, they need to sit Brett Favre down. At least that's my opinion. And, of course, this is the opinion that is not expressed on the television, which is why we're doing it here on the 5150 show. We got a call from a guy in Chicago with a very unique name. Corey from Chicago.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on, Corey?
You got it?
I just wanted to call in, like your show. Appreciate you for doing what you're doing. But I just want to say about Brett Favre, I honestly believe that him and the young lady have been having relations. Because if you listen to the message that he sent, the invitation that he sent her, she's obviously been there before. Now, they say she used to work for the NFL. Now she's fired. Got to move on to bigger, better things. And she can't find nothing, so she's going to take Brett's money.
Of course. Of course. She's not in the position she was before. So she sees Brett Favre is still in the limelight. So she's going to hustle that opportunity. I get that. But what was the conversation? Do you know it? Because a lot of people may not be aware of what you're talking about.
I just heard it. I mean, they played it on ESPN about a week ago. He was like, it's me. He didn't say his name. He's like, it's me. I was calling, see what you was doing. I'm in the hotel. You come by the room. He didn't leave a number. So apparently she knew what number of the room he was going to be in. She knew where he was.
Right.
He's been there.
Right.
And that's real talk. Thanks for the call. That's always a sign that you done fucked somebody before when you say, hey, it's me.
Exactly. No, but see, we spoke a little bit about this earlier, and remember I told you, I was like, well, it is kind of suspect when somebody comes forth with things like this years later. Because how long ago was that? They said it started in 2008 was when she got that was. And then how does he have the direct number with how were they communicating? And now it's a problem. In other words, what happened?
Common sense to all of the regular folk out there know they were fucking. He got tired of her. And so she was like, well, it ain't that easy, motherfucker.
Wait, now he's married, right?
Yeah, he's married, but I think his wife was having problems. I think his wife was. I'm not sure.
I think I heard. She's ill with something. I'm not too
and I
sure.
don't want to say what it is because I don't know for sure. But I know his wife was sick. And most regular guys, when the wife is sick, they don't want to burden the wife, so they go get some pussy elsewhere.
Okay.
I would never burden my wife while she was sick.
Some sort of cancer, I'm not sure. I think breast.
Oh, she had some type of cancer?
Yeah.
Breast cancer? Oh, that's too bad. We don't wish that on Miss Favre. But he must get pussy.
Well, he's
an NFL player. I mean, come on.
Human. He is human, but
it has nothing to do with the heart. It has to do with the head. And I don't mean the head thing.
I know what you mean. Anyway, look, we have
just trying to skeet and skedaddle. That's all, Miss Favre. Look over that, all right?
We have somebody in the audience.
We got commentary in the audience from Who? Everybody know him. He's part of the show.
I know. We're just trying to get you to say your name. Go ahead.
Okay, it's Bobby Glanton Smith. The real issue as far as why this Brett Favre thing has gone into a place that's so obviously blatant to a lot of us is it's racial to a point, and then it's business. Because the NFL has decided many years ago to feature quarterbacks. That's one of the few positions left in the league that's dominated by white boys. The league is 75% black. So they promote the league with the quarterbacks, and to the extent where it can be very problematic, because you look at not only Brett Favre, you look at that boy in Chicago, Jay Cutler, you look at the boy Drew Brees. They had him anointed to be the next god in football. Reggie Bush get hurt and they can't win a game, but they promote the game based on that position, and they'll do it because every time Brett Favre plays, that needle moves to the right in terms of people who watch the games and all of that. But as Corey said a few minutes ago, the franchise is going to crumble because they bet on an old horse.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try something new, huh? They're gonna try this other cat.
They have no choice but to put in Tavares Jackson, who is, in my opinion, a good quarterback. But he was put in a position where he can't say much. There's nothing he can do. Brett Favre is a story that helps ratings. Brett Favre has been promoted as the, hey, it's Brett. Where now, even though he's been sending dick pictures, people are like, oh, I feel so sorry for Brett. You know what I mean? But I'll put it like this. If Donovan McNabb was sending dick pictures to his wife, they'd be like, that's fucking awful. You don't send dick pictures to people.
Oh, and even more so if it was just humongous. It'd be like, oh, my God. It'd be a nightmare, right?
What, if his dick was big?
They would probably flip out even more so. It'd be like...
All right, we're going to leave that one alone. All right, we're going to get ready to take a break on that right there. Corey Holcomb, 5150 Show. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back, motherfucker? Let's go. Hey, Corey Holcomb, 5150 Show. Hey, we going to take some calls because I know a lot of people want to get something in about the Brett Favre thing. We got my man from Minnesota. All right, we got somebody from Minnesota. Skinny man from Minnesota. What's going on, man, with the team?
Hey, what's up, Professor Holcomb? I can't call it, man. I'm just pissed off that we picked up Randy Moss, and we were all excited about this dude, and they throwing as many passes to the opposite team than they are to Moss, man.
That's
like
right.
You completed 3 passes to Green Bay, 1 for a touchdown. You threw 3 times to Moss last night. Yeah, I still got to figure that out, man.
That's real talk. Thanks for the call. You got a 41-year-old quarterback. Is this guy still capable of doing what a young, strong quarterback would be able to do? And I don't think so, because I think Randy Moss is still a capable receiver. It's just he doesn't have a guy behind the gun to get him the ball. That's my opinion. Antonio from D.C. Antonio, get it in.
What's going on, Corey? How you doing, darling?
Hey, Anthony.
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm just saying with Brett, I mean, that son of a bitch looks like he's like an old game of Tecmo Bowl out there throwing the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And then now, at the same time, if I was Randy Moss, I'd be pissed off as hell. Because I'm like, this guy wanted him to come over when he was in Green Bay years ago because he wanted a big receiver. And that was the best time to get him. Now he's finally playing with him, and he can't even get him the goddamn ball. You know what I'm saying? If I was Randy, I'd be more pissed off than anybody. If I was Randy, it'd be 2 broken ankles right there.
Probably is. I mean,
let me give you that's a good point. Thanks for the call.
Yeah,
let me give y'all another point. Yesterday, the coach for the Minnesota Vikings left the field before the time was out at halftime. He began leaving the field early, and the media played that down. When Randy Moss used to play for the Minnesota Vikings, one day he left the field a little bit before the time ran out, and they act like he was the worst person in the world for doing that. And now they saw the coach do it, the coach, and they act like nothing happened. So there's a double standard. I don't think a lot of those guys who work for SportsCenter are able to give a neutral broadcast on what they're seeing.
Yeah, they
happening on the field.
They got to speak safely.
It's their point of view.
Yep.
It's their point of view. That's why we're doing it here on the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show. You motherfuckers. Daryl from Cali. Daryl, get it in.
What's up, Bam Bam?
What's up, man?
Okay, check this out. There was a caller earlier that was talking about the guy, Brett Favre, was selling just to play on his team. That gentleman was Antonio Freeman. He had a contract dispute, and Brett was telling him to play. Brett's a bitch.
Yes.
Okay, now, real talk, Brett Favre is still better than 75% of the quarterbacks in the NFL. He's been that way. He's going to throw interceptions. We all know that. The guy, he does. You see, if Harvin gets his foot in, we're not even talking about this. You know what I'm saying?
If Mike Vick Friend wouldn't have tricked on him about the dogs, we wouldn't be talking about this. You're talking hypothetical, brother. All that if, coulda, woulda, should. It wasn't a legal play. So let's not glorify what Brett almost did. Let's talk about what he did, and that was fuck the game up.
The glorious pass. Look, the glorious
no
pass.
Disrespect, though. Thanks for the call, by the way, brother. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
some people try to make excuses for this guy, but this guy gets a free pass to fuck up everywhere he goes. He destroys things. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that was kind of fucked up. But it was the truth. It was the truth. If he was inbounds, but he wasn't inbound. God damn it. If I wouldn't have fucked that bitch in Maywood, I wouldn't have a baby mama.
But the
bitch was easy. Anyway, that's fucked up.
Is this the last call on this subject?
We're going to get one more call on this subject. Omar from Long Beach. Omar, what it do?
What's up, Omar?
What it do, baby? What it do, man? Corey,
out there in Holy City.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to say, man, you're one of the funniest brothers on the radio these days, man. I really appreciate the show. Darlene, I think you're sexy. And Brett Favre, I'm not even going to comment on this fucking dude. I never liked him, and that hasn't changed.
Where you from? I hear the accent.
I'm from the motherland, brother. From the motherland.
From Africa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What part?
I'm from Sudan, man. From the Sudan.
Sudan? Do they have Burlington coat factories in Sudan?
Not yet, man. Pretty soon, though. Pretty soon.
Okay, I'm just
so
talking
silly.
shit.
Thanks for that, though, Omar.
Thanks for the call, man.
He was like, I just want to riff on this thing.
All right, so listen, that's how we do. We're going to find a way to format it better, but that's how we do. We're starting the show talking about sports. Now we're going to get into the real nitty gritty, the things that go on in life, and I think the topic is. Matter of fact, you say the part about the dudes.
It was sensitive. I made a take on it that the guys are getting too sensitive, I guess, because usually it's the women that get so emotional and get caught up in these relationships, and they do something out of the way or out of character.
So this is what it is.
What happens lately, right?
We're going to talk about what happens when sensitive, soft, cake mix ass dudes run into treacherous bitches.
And then they get themselves caught up somehow in
they
that.
Get destroyed. They get destroyed.
But get it together, sport coat. You'll be okay.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like a lot of guys, they have no idea. Like, also, in my opinion, people don't go around advertising that, oh, watch out for girls because they'll fuck your life up. You never hear that on the news. So a lot of people are not aware of what can happen with a woman. And check this out. I know some guys that are aware. And they still have problems.
Big eyes
with women, which is a little story we're going to talk about whether he want to or not.
Yeah, all right.
What did they say, break? We're going to take another break?
Yeah, it is.
Well, we're going to take another motherfucking break. Corey Holcomb, 5150.
Hey.
It's all good in this motherfucker. Anyway, I'll be thinking I'm a rapper sometime and shit. Anyway. Because I care about all the people I work with, I try to help them get money. You can get sexual harassment cases if guys say the wrong thing to you at work. Hey, darling, you thick in a motherfucker. Get your paper.
Only works in certain places, though. See, like if you say, like,
you probably can't sue these motherfuckers.
Exactly. Be like,
They gonna play broke and shit. Corey called me thick in a motherfucker. I'm fucked up behind this. I'm going to send you a dick picture, but it's going to be a Puerto Rican dick, I promise you.
It'll be Brett's. I haven't seen the pictures. Are they still available?
El DeBarge's dick or some shit like that. You can tell by the pubic hair it won't be mine. Listen, so, topic of the day. Basically, let's break it down. Let's try to do this again.
Yeah, because it has all kind of takes. There's not just one simple, easy way of putting it, but it's.
I got a good way to put it. Lame motherfuckers and dominant bitches.
Well, yeah, and guys that just get caught up in.
Guys who get caught up. And,
there you go.
And don't think
overbroad.
All you guys out there, don't think you can't get caught up. I don't care how experienced you are around women. If you are a heterosexual male, you can be fucked up in the game at any time. One of my friends who's sitting right here in the front, I got to tell this story. I'm going to make it real quick. His name is Bobby. This is a very intelligent brother. One day we was sitting up here talking shit about women like we always do. And Bobby was like, that's right, because women ain't whoop-de-woo. And then all of a sudden we got a phone call up here.
Uh-oh.
And a girl had made an emergency call to get into me.
What?
And I was like, I said the name, and Bobby was like, oh, it must be something wrong. So when he took the phone, we was all nervous because we thought she was going to say something happened. And Bobby took the phone, and he was like, girl, don't be calling up here with that bullshit. I was like, oh, that bitch crazy if she'll call up here and do that.
Right, but how did he react? In other words, did he act?
He was embarrassed.
No, I know that, but did he get himself, but he got some kind of control. In other words, did this broad get him to lose his cool and do something out the way to jeopardize him?
Well, it happened in front of a lot of guys, so he was
that
embarrassed.
Already was, okay.
But here's
so
where the icing hit the cake. Here's the fucked up part.
Okay.
Saturday, this motherfucker called me driving back from her house, which is all the way in Ontario, about 50 miles from L.A., talking about this bitch that threw a hammer through his windshield.
While you were driving?
And he driving on the freeway back, and this motherfucker got warrants.
With a big hole in the window.
That's the power of pussy for you right there. That is the power of pussy in a nutshell.
No, but he didn't. Okay, but here's my thing. He didn't throw the hammer in her car.
She threw the hammer at his ass.
Right, but I want to see it. I want to hear about the dudes that get all worked up and a dude throwing a hammer in a girl's car.
Well, that's gonna happen a lot because the NFL has put a cap on how hard you can hit guys. They can't run into guys as hard as they used to. So, in my opinion, that's gonna raise domestic violence.
They're going to take it out.
Right, because
guys they can't do it on the field.
They can't watch people get hit, and they can't hit people. That was part of the release on
Let's
Sunday.
just say, honey, he's going to show up with a helmet and just start ramming. They're going to go, let's run into each other.
Let's introduce our guest, who is an expert on this topic we're talking about right now.
We do have a special guest, and would you state your name and the name of his book that he just released?
John Watts.
John Watts, and the name of your book?
Power of the V.
Power of the V.
Power of the V.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, and we were very fortunate enough to be given a signed copy of the book a couple weeks ago. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
By the way, the number to call in is 877-210-6106. And what I want to ask this distinguished brother is, do you feel a heterosexual male has any power in the relationship once he begins to care about a woman?
Yes.
He does?
Yes.
Well, why don't they exercise it? I just know a lot of guys, once they, start to care about the woman, it's like she runs the relationship. Do you think that's a good idea?
No, I think that anyone that's in a relationship, male or female, I believe that it should be no one person running the other person. I think you both hold the power. I think a lot of times the women give men the power so that we can be men, because a lot of men are not the boys. Mm-hmm. So they allow us to be men, so they surrender the power to us. But a lot of times, you have a lot of men that are coming to relationships, want to dominate relationships because they think that they're wearing the pants, they're paying the bills. I don't think that that's true. I think in a relationship, two people should love one another and respect one another, regardless, male or female.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, look, John, we have got a question. What power does the V have? And why did you write the book?
Okay, first question, the power of the V. It has a lot of power. Now, I kind of play two sides on this. The V, we're talking about the vagina. It holds a lot of power only because you have to have a vagina in order to be a woman. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say power of the V. But the V actually stands for validation. I believe that a woman should self-validate herself and not wait to be validated by a man. So that's the key. Mm-hmm. A lot of women lose their power like my daughters, I have 4 daughters. 2 of them, between the 2, they have 5 baby daddies and 5 kids. So I wrote a letter to my daughters telling them, why are you giving all your power away? You're working every day. You're going to school. You're paying all the bills. You come home, you're cooking, washing clothes, taking care of the kids. And at 12 o'clock at night, they're trying to get some rest. Then they turn around and let him get on top of you and fuck you all night. And then you got to get back up at 5 in the morning. I said, you give him all the power. He sit around and look at television all day playing, Xbox. I say, stop surrendering your power. Be a woman and stand up. A lot of women are weak for a man. Just like a man weak for the vagina, there's a lot of women weak for the penis.
Right.
So that's why I believe that there's no one set power, but I do believe at the end of the day, the V hold all the power. And if every woman in the world go to strike today and don't give
I told my daughter is 17 years old, and I told her after the second dick go in you, you belong to the game.
Yeah.
You belong to the game.
Belong to the game. You know what I mean? So don't come running to me and acting like she surrendered her power.
Well, it's a great book. I'm telling you, I'm not even halfway through it, and it's very entertaining.
In this
at
day
the same
and
time
time,
enlightening. Yeah.
In this day and time, with the courthouse ruling everything, do you think that a relationship between a man and woman, in most situations, are able to be successful with women knowing they can run to the courthouse and the court regulates what happens in the house?
Yes, I still believe it could. First of all, I believe in this. I ain't never been married before. I'm hoping to be married one day, but of course Proverbs 18:22 said, "Man who finds a wife found a good thing." I just ain't found a good thing yet. You know what I'm saying? They look good.
It's hard.
They look good. Don't mean shit.
Right.
But my thing is that I believe that at some point, when I ever decide to get married, you know how they got prenups? First of all, you can't go into a prenup, a marriage, because that means you're saying that you really don't love that person that much unconditionally because you're afraid of what the person may take from you. When you become one, you're going to share what you have anyway with that person. So why are you going into a marriage or in the relationship to take what this man or woman has anyway?
I can answer that if you want.
Yeah, please.
I think you should go into a marriage expecting to fail. And
Why?
that way, when you do fail, y'all ain't mad at each other because you got some
you'll be
paperwork
happily
saying,
surprised, huh?
You remember that Orange Juice Jones video? Hey, baby, come on in. Let me have that coat. Let's shit you bought
When you
up.
leave. You're
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? So it may be looking at it in a negative light, and I agree it is.
Yeah.
But that's the reality of the world nowadays.
Yeah,
Right.
but you know what, Corey? For you, the reason why you feel that way, because you're afraid of being hurt. I'm just keeping
You
it
goddamn right. I agree.
You know what? Because one thing, for a man to get hurt is 5 times worse than a woman getting hurt.
And why is that? Break it down.
Shit, because we think we macho. We believe that we can't get hurt. We believe our heart can't be broken. We believe that we are the shit. And bottom line, when you break our heart, you fucked up.
There it is.
And also, there's another thing that I feel like can be said about that. When we fail, it really makes us question ourselves like, damn, I thought I knew what the fuck I was doing out here. And so when you don't, and you and your wife or somebody like that you're serious with don't work out, it sits you down. You're like, I must not know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. And
I chose this motherfucker.
That's what makes it more scary to me when I hear these stories and you hear a man kind of flipping out and losing it. You're like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, that was serious. Because like he said, you just assume that a man would keep it together when it comes to things like that. So we're
going to take some calls, but I will say this. The best form of therapy when you lose a woman you really care about is fucking a bitch you don't care about. That's the best form of therapy that I can send to anybody who's going through it right now. Go get some pussy tonight. It don't matter if you buy it. We're going to take a call. We got Richard from Tampa. Richard.
What's up, Richard?
Chime in.
Corey, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, I'm listening to what y'all saying. Boy, I got a lot of shit to say on this, but I'm going to make it brief. Let me say this. First off, whoever in that relationship who kettle less, they the one who got all the power in the relationship. Second, if a man start moving in with these hoes and have his own shit, he got even more power. And third, the shit about what your guest saying about if you get a prenup, you're expecting to fail and all that, that's bullshit. A prenup is basically like insurance. And that's what I want to say on that shit.
No, I don't.
I get your point.
I get his point, but at the same time, I believe in what.
Right, because
why go into a relationship like that? In other words, then maybe you're not even ready to marry this person. If you're already talking and bringing that in, where's the love? I don't
Thanks
get it.
for the call. Anyway,
yeah, thank
that
you.
was a good point. But I get what he's saying, but I definitely get what you're saying
right.
also.
Yeah.
Because when you go into something where you need a piece of paper to validate the shit, that's a red flag as far as to go with the genuine part of the relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get what he's saying. In this day and time, I mean, it's okay, in my opinion, to say maybe I'm not right all the time. Maybe I don't trust my heart.
But if you can get it together with those thoughts, I mean, then you be power. You'll have power. You'll be strong. But if you don't, that's when I think these guys start flipping, like they start losing it. Because you got to kind of think about it. You're like, every time I'm telling you, I trip out when I hear about these men, and I don't want to go back to the latest one with what's his name, the football player, that we're assuming that it was done over the drama in his relationship.
You talking about when Junior Sal drove off the side of the road?
Right. But I'm saying when you hear things like that, you're like, wow, what? Like if it is true, it's kind of creepy. You just think a guy that,
For those who don't know what happened last week, Junior Sal, after he was released for a domestic violence charge, his car went off the side of a cliff.
And he was not on anything.
Lived.
Yeah, he lived, but he was not on anything.
Which
so it was
is kind of embarrassing, like when your friends come visit you. Man, you all right? Damn, I'm glad you all right. But you tried to kill yourself over this bitch, motherfucker? I already know what was happening at the hospital. The doctor was like, you okay? Damn, was it
that good? Was it that good? You're right.
All right, let's take another
call. Oh, my God.
So, hey, and we also got to let my man plug his book and how people can get this book.
That's
you,
right.
You read the book. I haven't read it yet.
I haven't finished it, but
I have a copy of the book, and I'm going to read it one day when I'm on the plane, because that's when I read, when I'm taking them long trips cross country. But we're going to...
But before we take the other caller, I want to say something about the last caller. He said that when a man start having his own shit, start moving in the homes with the bees, that give him the power. It's bullshit. I mean, how does the apartment or clothes or money or home give a man power? You should be a man that have the power regardless of what you have or what you don't have. You're a real man. That'll make you a better of a man or more of a man because I got my own shit.
Right.
And you can have your own shit, still be a bitch.
Yeah, and if you're equating material goods in a relationship and love, there's already a problem.
And let me tell you another thing. I don't give a fuck if it is your own shit. If you get mad and beat the bitch ass, they gonna put you out your shit. Leave the bitch in your house.
Yeah.
If anything.
I've seen this happen before. Sean B. from Tennessee, please chime in and give your thoughts on all this shit we talking.
Carry Holcomb, you are God for you. I love you, man. You sometimes you're so real. I hate you, but
I get that a lot.
I feel what you're saying, but man, I tell you, I've been married twice, and my wife ain't even here, man. But I'm glad when she leaves.
Wait, and you're still married?
I get to do me, yeah. Because I got kids, and she, if she takes off, and boy, I'm gonna be broke. So I'm just surviving. But I don't mind it because I love my wife. I love her. But you got to look at it like a business relationship when you get married, because it's not a point about having assets, but is your spouse going to work as hard as you do? And the reason that my wife needed to go was because she needed to do something that was going to make her happy, because she couldn't make me happy until she was happy. And unfortunately, where I'm at, she couldn't pursue the career that she wanted to that was going to make her happy. So, but
I mean, it's a 50-50 thing. Well, it's not a 50-50 thing. It's, you know, sometimes you got to give more. Sometimes you got, you know.
Do you talk like this when you talking to your wife?
That's why she
Because
said.
everybody in here know why the fuck she left. Thanks for the call, by the way. He ain't talking. Do you imagine being in a relationship with a motherfucker? If you ain't happy, I ain't happy.
Yeah.
So you got to
But I love
get the
it.
fuck up and fuck me, motherfucker. That's what his wife wants to say. I'm gonna go to this other nigga house and fuck him. Then I'll come back and listen to you. I'm talking shit. I appreciate all calls.
Yeah, thanks for that, dude.
But it was carrying on
Kinda,
too much. Make your point, motherfucker. This is your time to shine. we're gonna take a break and we will be back. We're gonna have some spiritual guidance on the show in a minute. You know how we welcome back. Corey Holcomb 5150
Yes.
in the house talking about what's the topic again?
Well, we keep switching up every time we come back, but basically it is when men trip over a woman, basically.
Weak men, strong women. That's what I was that's what I would say about this
That's
show.
another take on it. You know?
We got
or just when men trip. You know what I'm saying?
we got a spiritual take on what's going on.
Well, we have two guests here
Right.
at the table. We have John Watts, who is the author of The Power of the V, and then also we have Luther McKinstry, right?
Yeah, and Luther is he's one of my spiritual advisors, if that's what you want to call it, and he has a story to talk about what happened that can relate to this topic. Luther, I'll leave it up to you. Go ahead.
Well, how you doing, Corey, Darlene?
With the R&B voice.
Come on, I want to hear it. Is it a man that got himself caught up in some kind of jam?
There was a man got caught up, but I'm not bashing anyone. I'm not trying to put nobody out there. But there was a situation that happened not long ago where, well, I got to put it like this. There are, in the church, you know, preachers have groupies. Oh, I'm going to call them groupies. You have women coming to you like crazy.
Groupies?
Yeah, you have them like coming at you like crazy, yeah, should I say. And so there was one, he got caught up with a woman who was married, and he was texting the husband, the woman, talking about the great time they had, what happened the night before.
So a preacher was texting a female church member about the great time they had before.
Right. And so what see, there you go, Corey. So what happened, the husband, he seen the text message, and when he seen the text message, he didn't trip or he didn't get upset. He just called him and said, "You know what, man? I understand and things happen, and but I still love you, and I appreciate you anyway."
Who did he love?
The pastor.
He said he still loved the pastor when he found out.
Because they were both members of the church.
But the thing is, they was on the verge of getting divorced, but they wasn't divorced yet, and they were still, you know, had dealings with each other. But
you think that make it right? Is that why you saying that?
No, I ain't saying you make it right. I'm not saying trying to make it right. I'm just talking about for him not to clown like that, because I had an
bullshit preachers on the next Corey Holcomb 5150 show.
See what happened. I never forget a time before I even got into the church before, when I was out there. I never forget one time I was at a female's house, and she was dating a police officer, and she wouldn't answer her door. The next thing you know, he was trying to break in through the window. And she tried to tell me to hide in the closet. And I said, hide in the closet for what?
And you knew she was dating this guy?
Yeah, I didn't care. That was then when I was out there. That was way back.
So you're not out there anymore?
No, that's before I even was in church or anything and doing things like that.
I ain't hiding in no motherfucker.
No, I didn't hide in no closet. Don't get me wrong, Corey. I didn't hide in nobody's closet.
Ain't no motherfucker about to
so
shoot.
what happened was,
you ain't gonna get me shooting through the closet.
So what happened was, he climbed through the window, and I'm sitting here looking at him in the couch like, are you really climbing through this window like this?
Yeah, it's motherfuckers out there like that who will climb through the window. I got a friend named Big Rob. He passed, rest his soul, but we had to go get him from the police station because he done kicked the girl door in. And Rob was a big motherfucker. So dude was he was chasing the dude through the house. And we like, why you chasing the dude through the house? And he couldn't do nothing but laugh at it because he was embarrassed once he calmed down. But you never know what guys are going through when they walk in on a woman being tainted with, even if it's with holy dick.
Well, I know. Listen, you know what? But you know, Corey, I do know one pastor who walked in after being married a month and a half. Came home early, walked in on his wife, and he turned around, walked out, and just never came back to the house again.
Okay,
That's a strong brother.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
but
So what
we're
Corey
talking
Holcomb
about
do?
the ones that are not
No,
reacting.
but you don't
like
know.
that.
But you still got the ones who don't react. So let's
Obviously,
so-
or else everybody would be locked up.
John, I gotta ask
Or
you
dead.
this. If you in a relationship with a woman and you walk in on her with another dude, which I doubt if that ever happened to you, brother. I believe you wise enough to be around people who wouldn't dare play you like that. But let's just say it happened. What do you think the wise thing to do is if you walk in, not even walk in, you knocking on the door, you know another dude is in there. Do you leave or do you confront the situation if it's your woman or your wife or something like that?
With my wife,
Yeah.
and I walk in,
Yeah.
and I go to the bedroom, and she's in and somebody having sex with my wife.
Right.
Back in my day,
Well,
before I got on parole, I probably would have killed him.
Yeah. That's real talk.
It's called crime of passion.
Crime of passion,
It
exactly.
had nothing to do with, you getting, they have a sex with what belonged to me. Disrespect.
Disrespect. Yeah.
right.
What if he act like he didn't know nothing about you? Like, are you married? Or who is this, your husband?
So
Looking
what
at
do
me
you
like that?
would it have then gone on her?
But then he would have got a pass, and then I
Would have been on her.
I feel you. I feel like that's...
But again,
You're being honest. You said-
that was in the past. Today, I walk away.
Walk away.
I heard that.
Ain't nobody wants going to jail for.
I heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to me, too. I'm not really ready to argue with another man
So
and
you
he
won't put
not
nobody
raping,
no
and he not
chokehold?
raping her.
No chokehold be going on, Corey?
No, if he not raping her, then I don't have a beef with him. I have a beef
No, no.
with her.
She's the one who's in the relationship. She knows she's married to somebody.
The
so.
old Corey would have went to go see the girl he fucked with who got chlamydia, then had sex with her. That's the type of shit I used to do. I'm diabolical. You know, I'm gonna get this bitch sick because I used to have a bitch who had chlamydia and didn't know it. I called her my host.
Oh my Lord. He's silly.
Fucked up, but
Yeah,
I'm
it
surprised.
is. No,
It's hard to imagine what motherfucker got the nerve to do it.
yeah. Calls.
Take some calls. We got another call from the state of Florida. Sonny Miami, who got fucked over in that football game the other day.
Miami. All right. What's up?
Sonny from Miami. What's up?
What it do, Corey?
What up, man?
Nigga, man, I'm kind of disappointed in you, Corey, man. You got this dude up here, man, professing all manner of fuckery to the world recklessly. This nigga say you can't put no bitch on no prenup if you entering into a marriage because that's a sign of distrust. But when you check it out, a marriage is a contract anyway, right? You going to the courthouse, bringing the court into your love. If I love this chick and I say, okay, I'm going to be with you forever, let's just shack up, let's go before God and we just going to be together, she going to be like, nah, we got to put it on paper. Because I don't trust you. You might just break out any minute. All right, man. So let's put this prenup on paper. So then if I do break out, I get to leave with my shit. You feel what I'm saying? Marriage in the first place is motherfucking going. Because you got to go to the courthouse to get into a marriage. You got to go to the courthouse to get out of a marriage. So it ain't nothing but a contract to begin with. Right?
So why give into it? Why fold into it then in the first place? At that point, you should have said, nah, it is what it is then. In other words, why... Did you ever fold into that? In other words, did you fall for that? You got married then?
I ain't never been married, nor will I ever get married. Because I'm not putting myself into no contractual situation based around no love. Love is an emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you need to become Muslim then, because in Islam, they deal with that just there with the mosque, and if you get a divorce, you have to deal with it right there at the mosque also. So it looked like you just had to go ahead and become Muslim and deal with it with the mosque and the iman. That's what it sounds like to you.
Saying to you, that's a Jedi mind trick that you playing on yourself. Because how can you say that if I bring a prenup into the situation, it's something wrong with me and my level of trust when she's bringing a contract?
It's the law of the land. It's the law of the land.
I get it.
No, go ahead, John.
Brother John want to rebuttal to what you said.
First of all, I never said it based on trust. I never said nothing about that. I said based on love. Love's supposed to be unconditional.
Okay. So
That's what I said at first. So now, okay, let's put it this way. If you marry a woman that's worth $50 million and you worth $50, maybe $20 in food stamps, would you want that bitch to put a prenup on your ass? Hell no. You're going to want half of the shit she got when you divorce her. Or you going to come with the same shit? Come on, bro. Be real, man.
Well, I'm being real with you. If I married a bitch who had $50 million, I'm going to respect to the gangster if she put a prenup. I don't think she's a good bitch not to do it, right? And if she did do it, it don't matter because I'm still finna hustle mine.
But look, Sonny, first of all, thanks for the phone call. I think you made a great point, Sonny. I get what you're saying. But this is, in my opinion, where the disconnect comes. The reason there is chaos like this is because women, men, whoever is in the position of not having the most money in this country they have been given the right to go do something that's unjust at the courthouse and take shit that they know they don't deserve if they ain't put in work with that person like that.
Right.
If you with a woman and both of y'all fucked up and y'all build something together, I can understand the argument of how you gonna leave me and not chop me off the way I'm supposed to be chopped off.
Right.
So, but because we live in a country
so twisted,
so fucked up, and it's done like this on purpose. It's called they love the separation game. They love for you to be against your woman because it splits the families and it keeps the courthouses working. That's why I can understand what John is saying. Because if you're around somebody that you don't really love, that's fucked up. And if you're around somebody that's trying to hustle you for money, that's fucked up. So Sonny, with the whole prenup thing, he makes a good point. But trust me, I agree with what John is saying. When you with somebody, that you can't make a bad decision if you want to do right by yourself and the world. If you marry a woman, this needs to be the one.
Correct.
And if you marry a man, it needs to be the one. And people take advantage of that in this country because there's no repercussions to saying fuck you, I'm ready to leave.
Well, what about the ones who think that they have the one, Corey?
Dumb motherfuckers fuck the world up everywhere you go.
That is.
Some motherfuckers ain't capable of knowing what's good and what's
whose
bad.
fault is that? It's just,
you're right. It becomes to a point because I have this other book called the 7 Principles of Love. You first have to know what love is. A lot of people say I love you, don't even know the definition of the word love. A lot of people want to be in love and don't even know what love is about. You cannot recognize love until you know it. So first know what love is, and then you be a part of love.
Yeah, I think
you can't just say I love you, and that shit don't mean shit.
People,
I love your hair, I love your car, I love your clothes.
People throw it around too loosely.
I love the woman don't mean shit because he gave her 50 compliments using the word love.
Right.
Right.
I think that dumb motherfuckers should be the one who get exploited instead of people who are going through whatever with their woman, with their man. Because in relationships, people go through shit. And in other countries where getting divorced is not as easy and it's not as acceptable, you know what I'm saying? People don't do that because there are countries where if you disrespect your spouse, they can kill you.
Okay.
And over there, women and men are not just marrying somebody just because they like the way they look. They like, look, I can't fuck around. I got to make the right choice. Or that shit can end in destruction for me. But look, we got a phone call from a brother who can shed light on all this. This is one of the most, I call him ghetto intelligent.
His
my man
is always interesting. That's
from Alabama. Mr. Low Light. What's up, Low Light?
Look here, man. I'm going to make this short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? Y'all kind of glanced over something that, you know, it should have been addressed. Did my man say his daughter had 5 children by 5 different niggas?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
5 different niggas, yeah.
Oh, Lord, Elmer. Man, look here. Which Waffle House she work at? I mean, goddamn.
Which Waffle House she work at?
No, she work in the Waffle. She just, you know what happened? And I'm not to take the blame, but when I went away for several years for Medicare fraud, and when I left, she was only 14. Her and the other one was 12. I did it, man. I was no longer in the house. I had discipline. I used to whoop their ass for even talking to a boy on the phone. And when I left the house, the mother let them go loose. At 14, 15, they started giving it up. And that's what happened.
Floodgates was open. That's real talk.
Shit, come on, keep it around, man. Go
Yep.
my daughter, your daughter, his daughter. Everybody got daughter. I had sex with somebody's daughter. You fuck somebody's daughter.
All the fucking
So
time.
somebody came from somebody's daughter. So what I'm saying, I'm not gonna put my mouth on a pedestal. I remember my daughter, 23. She had 2 children. The other one had 3. One don't have 5. Correction. So she said when I came home, she said, "Dad, I hope you're not mad at me because I got 2 kids, my 2 baby daddies." Being real, because I'm like you, Corey, I just hugged her around her neck and said, "Listen, honey, I said, I ain't mad at you." She said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You know why?" She said, "Why?" I said, "Because that's your pussy. You made a choice to give that shit to whoever you gave it to and had 2 babies. You can have 50 more. I still love you regardless."
What was the name of that movie where OG Bobby Johnson got out of jail and his son had got shot?
South Central.
South Central,
Yeah.
right. It wasn't nothing he could do while he was locked up.
Right.
All you could do is what happens now.
There you do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was gone. You
There it
fucked
is.
up. You recognized that. And by her saying that to you, she recognized that.
That's it.
So
There it
all
is.
you can do is handle that shit from here, goddammit.
Yep. We got some takes in the audience, huh? Go ahead. What's your name, sir?
Wayne.
What's up, Wayne?
Hey, Corey, you kind of touched on my comment like before. I guess nobody's supposed to go into a marriage with the thought of I don't want to give her half my shit.
You married, right?
Yeah, I've been
Just
married
put that out
3
there.
years.
Go ahead.
Now, yeah, I've been married 3 years, and when me and my wife together, we didn't have shit together.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more easier to kind of say, okay, well, I can split half with her because we didn't have shit. But if I got some shit and I marry her, knowing that she don't have shit, I don't care how. It's no love in the world that would make you be cool with giving her half your millions of dollars. I'm cool.
But half of what? When you get married, you're supposed to death do you part. So
yeah, you're supposed to. But
Okay,
what I'm
so-
saying with the other callers is that's why people do a prenup, because out of fear of that situation happening.
So then don't get married. Then you're not ready
Right,
to get married.
right.
In other words,
That-
why?
that's what
That
I'm about
shouldn't
to
even
say.
come into play. So then don't get married. A lot of those people in those positions shouldn't get married.
Fuck
You
that.
have to-
Get a prenup. Tell that bitch, look, while you here, I got you.
Yeah, of course, get a
And
prenup.
when
If
you
that's what
gone, get the
if
fuck
that's
on.
Your mental.
Yeah.
If that's your mental, but my thing is,
I
if
think
you're-
that brother wife is here. That's your wife with you, right? They always come to the show together. They're a solid couple.
Yeah.
Do you got something to say, sweetheart?
you know,
Yeah, I'm trying to say it nicely and shit.
I see.
I mean, well, I made a sacrifice. I'm originally from Atlanta. I've been here for 3 years. I moved here for my husband. I left everything that I had at home to come and be with this man.
She
So
loved
I
you.
gave up and I sacrificed. So I don't
Heard
go
that.
in thinking, oh, it's going to fail or
Thank
anything
you.
like that. I dealt with my emotion. And that was the biggest step that I ever took in my life, and I don't regret it.
Because
So-
love, exactly.
And I tell you this, speaking from what I know and what I see out here in Los Angeles, the fact that y'all two are in public together and he doesn't seem totally stressed out around you. Because I pick up on shit when I see couples together. That brother normally is pretty relaxed when he with his woman. That lets me know that they have a healthy relationship. But when I see them couples together and the dude ain't saying shit, and he be like, "What's up, man?" He be like, "Man, this motherfucking bitch right here,
Oh,
dog."
well,
Already know what me
a
up.
lot of times you don't even get to see the partner. You're like, wait a second, isn't he married? God, we never see him with his
Yeah,
wife.
because a
out
lot of
like-
guys like to relax when they go out, so they keep the nagging bitch at home.
See, then
And the
why?
nagging bitch never figured out why you don't take me nowhere with
They'll
you.
never get no
See?
peace at
I
home.
And
don't
then-
want to
but
drop kick you in front of these people, bitch.
Why are you still in a relationship like that? It kills me.
Because
man.
you
I'm
need
telling
somebody to fucking night. Look, we'll be back after this message on the Corey Holcomb 5150 show. Are we back? Yeah. Are we back? Yeah. Are we back? Yeah. We back? What to do? All right. So let's get this in. I gotta let my people get in their plugs. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we, if you're in the LA area at the Grove, if everybody knows where the Grove is, it's a nice shopping center.
Upscale mall.
Right in the center, in the heart of LA, at the Barnes & Noble, on December 4th, Saturday, from 2 to 7 p.m. John will be there signing his book, and it is really good book. So please, come and support. Check it out.
And the atmosphere of the Grove around Christmas time is
I'm
electric
sorry.
because this is Los Angeles. So you really, if you've never been to the Grove around Christmas time, especially if
it's
you're the type who gets
beautiful.
starstruck easily, all the movie people
Yeah.
are at the Grove.
Yeah.
I seen that guy. What is his name? William H. Macy. He was with some kids that I could tell wasn't his because he looked frustrated when he was telling
They
them
were
to
trying
come
to
in.
sign autographs and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, but really quick, I'm sorry. I didn't say the name of the book. It's The Power of the V.
Power of V.
Yeah.
How long has this book been out, John?
September 1st.
September 1st. There it is. So make sure y'all go. That's December 4th at the Grove, Barnes and Nobles. Make sure y'all support my man. You got a website or something that they can go on?
Yes, they can go to Kai Stone Book, K-I-Stone, S-T-O-N-E Books, with an S.com.
Kai Stone Books, K-I-S-T-O-N-E Books. Check my man Luther McKinstry.
Yeah.
He got some shit going on.
Well, you know, I got my documentary that's out that they're making a movie on me right now. It's called Junebug, the Luther McKinstry story, God Redemption of a Gangster Disciple, Life of a Preacher Kid. It won't have nothing to do with church. Largest drug bust in Northwest Ohio history, looking at 35 years. Was one of the leading gangster disciples there in Ohio. And, so what happened is the documentary was featured at the Eugene Film Festival just a couple weeks ago, and they got 7 other film festivals going to be at, and work on some things, and then also I'll be on the new season of opening up for Lisa Ray's reality show as her spiritual advisor.
You're Lisa Ray's spiritual advisor?
Yes, we just did the taping last week, so
What?
this weekend. There you go.
Everybody who know Lisa Ray, like, motherfucker, you fucking up.
Come on, man. She has some improvement and change in her life, Corey.
I believe you. I tell you what,
she has
she
some
still look
improvement
good than a
in
motherfucker.
her
I seen her the
life.
other day, goddammit. I spiritually advised her ass too.
So that's coming out. So there's several other things that's going on. So they can go to LutherMcKinstry.org. Luther McKinstry, McKinstry.
LutherMcKinstry.org. If you ain't doing shit, please go and check out this man and see who the fuck he is. Just go on there and just see who he is, because he comes from a long way to be the gentleman he is today. Both of these guys. I don't know John as well.
I do.
But his reputation speaks in the streets. You know what I mean?
He's been in one of my parties.
Oh yeah,
Bel Air.
yeah. I remember you. Yeah.
Back
So
in his day.
we're glad to see both of these guys
Doing well. That's
doing
right.
positive things. We're gonna get a couple of these calls in. We got a girl, Shamia from West Virginia. Shamia, we know you black.
He's so stupid. Hey, Shamir.
Hey, I'm just knowing, like, okay, if a guy expresses his true feelings to a female, that, like certain females, they're going to take that to the extent where they think that that guy is going to do any and everything for them when they tell them to do it. But if a guy holds back his feelings and doesn't communicate well with that female's going to be like, oh, we'll blow his ass off. But not females are like that. We're picky, yeah, we are, but it's like we want a nigga to be real, but then again, we want him to hold back certain shit. We don't want a nigga who cry every day, boo-hooing, talking about, ooh, I love you, I want to be with you. The next minute, he's like, I go hard in front of his niggas. No, fuck that. You know?
That's real talk. You know what you should do? You should write a book called The Thought Process of a Girl Named Shamia. And I'm sure people will purchase that instead of that comic book they see sitting right there. I'm fucking with you, Shamia. You made a good point. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, thank you
We got to
for
run
your
through it.
take,
We got to
Shamia.
give people with. Shamia made a good point.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
But she kept saying, nigga. You know,
Right.
we got a nigga. I need a nigga.
Right.
She gonna get a nigga. She didn't tell her about a man.
Right.
She
I'm
said
not.
nigga.
I'm not taking her to no
Word,
restaurant that has
John.
more than 3 stars on the door.
No. No restaurant. She had to look down. She got to look
Be
up.
like, bitch, you
There
better
it
eat
is,
this.
John.
Your name's
Thank
Shamia, bitch. You better give this gyro a try.
Hero. You know what? Oh, my God.
G Money from Alabama. Get it in, man. We got some calls we got to get through. Get it in, G Money.
What's going on, baby? I love your show, man. Hey, I was making a comment on that. You talking about you come home and catch a nigga up in your crib, man. Somebody getting fucked up. I'm sorry. It ain't the power of the P. It's a respect thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what's
that's-
real. What if it's a real big motherfucker? You gonna talk it out with him, ain't you?
That nigga ain't get no pants, so my picture in every motherfucking room, nigga. You knew.
You say your picture hanging up, right?
Hell yeah, nigga.
You never know. That bitch could be like, that's my uncle.
Shit,
I'm fucking with you. I'm just making like, hey, thanks for the comment. Cotton Ball from Tennessee. This should be another treat. Yeah, Cotton Ball.
Yeah.
Cotton Ball, get it in.
What's up, girl?
What's up? Fuck that. What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. I'm going to tell everybody when they get it, pick me some great Kool-Aid, drink some motherfucking dick in my ass, and that on that, because I'm a stingy bitch. I ain't trying to sell shit out there, so I ain't trying to get married. And that's dead on motherfucking dead.
There it is.
That's real talk. Anybody, plus anybody.
She said she wasn't gonna get married. So.
I dare you to show up in court talking about you didn't know she was like that and the bitch named Cotton Ball. The judge will put you out the courtroom. Thank you for the call, Cotton Ball.
Hey, see, different strokes, different folks. There it is.
Let's get him in. K9 from Indiana. K9. Chime in.
What's happening, Corey?
What it do?
Nothing else, darling. Hey, Corey, I'm going to help you out. That comment you made about if you came home and found your girl somebody, first of all, the way you take care of a weak motherfucker, give him the benefit of the doubt that she lied, because women do lie. Now, if you don't want to be a hero, he can leave, and he can have her. He can just have her. He just got to wait on the curb 5 minutes. She'll be there.
Right. That's real talk.
What condition would she be in when she get to that curve?
It
That's
don't matter as long as that thing ain't wounded.
But he's saying, see, he keep it together.
Most guys done hit that thing while it's bleeding anyway.
Shush up. Lord have mercy. Take the call.
Robert from South Carolina. Robert, talk to us.
Hey, Robert. Oh, he dropped.
Robert with that Metro PC shit gone? All right. We got somebody named Tyran from Kansas City. What is you?
What's going on? I was listening to the show, and this topic, Power to V, it has a lot to do with a lot of weak fellas out here just giving too much power to the pussy. And I think that's the underlying problem. There's a lot of weak dudes just giving the power to a lot of goofy motherfuckers like Cotton Ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main problem. It's a lot of weak dudes. If we just take more control, you know what I'm saying, and be men, you won't have this issue. You know what I'm saying? But we just give too much power to it. We give up to it.
I feel you, but sometimes you can fall in love if you know you ain't never seen Cotton Ball. What if she a bad bitch and her feet clean and her pillow don't stink?
But see, that's the issue. But see, that's the issue. We just give too much power to it. Well, you know it's going to control you in the situation. It might not necessarily be good for you. A lot of people get married off of shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, John? Thanks for the call, by the way, brother. What you think about what he said, John?
I think he has a good point. A lot of weak men is the one that allow women to think that they're in control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bottom line, you know what I mean? Think about it. First you had gold diggers, now they got platinum diggers, and they got silver diggers.
Right.
And so I think it comes to a point where if you don't give so much respect to one particular thing in a woman and look at a woman as a whole, then she would not feel that this is the only thing I have to give me power. She would look at herself, her mind, her spirit, her whole, and her integrity. But a lot of the time, you have women that doesn't look at that. I'm not speaking of ladies. I'm speaking of about hoes and prostitutes.
So if you keep moving in with women with Section 8, you a copper digger.
You know what?
You the bottom of the line.
With the pillow stink, right?
Pillow stinking. I
You got your old drool on it.
A lot of girls' pillows be stinking like a motherfucker. Fred from Texas. Fred, get it in.
What's up, Fred?
Oh, it's all good, man. Hey, Corey, what's going on, man? This is sad, man. I think you got my name wrong, but it's all good.
Oh.
Man, I got a little point here, man. I really want to go in on your boy John, but I'm going to try to be easy with it. Man, how you going to write? I ain't read the book, but the stuff that he up there feeling that Darlene is all soaking up like it's gravy off the plate. I mean, that's that weak sucker stuff, man. I mean, any dude that's got anything in life, the chick that's with him, she knows what she got to do to stay with him. Because if you can't sign the prenup, you know what? You just trying to hang out with me, right? Because you ain't trying to be mine. Because if you're going to be mine, you're going to put it on that line. And all that stuff that he's talking about, with all them kids he got, what he should have taught his daughters was how to swallow instead of having all them babies. And you ought to write a book about the fact that he don't know how to be a daddy.
Okay. Yeah. John, you want to comment on that?
But is he still on the line? No. Leave him on the line. Is he still on the line?
He can listen to you. Go ahead, John.
Okay. First of all, brother, being a father, it'd be stupid to teach your daughter how to swallow. First of all, you don't even want your daughter even having sex. I don't know if you have any kids or not, but if you do, you're not going to treat you. It sounds like you probably used to be a pimp or wanted to be a pimp, but you don't teach your daughter how to do things that you really don't want her to be out exposed. I wasn't raising no prostitutes and hoes, for number one. Again, like you said, you mentioned about me and Darlene, you haven't read the book. You're right. I think you should read the book first, and then once you read the book, then come back and tell me I was wrong for writing the book. Now, a man like you would probably be afraid of the book because this book does give a lot of women game. Mm-hmm. So you would have to step your game, brother, once a woman read the book. So are you ready for that?
That's what's up right there.
And then he can only do so much when he behind bars also, Corey.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's only so much.
I want to go to prison. Hey,
I want to say this to all of the fellas out there. I want you to look at your baby mama and look how quick you fucked her. Chances are your daughters will be fucked just as quick. If they raised. I know.
If they're not raised right.
Right. My daughter is 17 years old and she lives in Chicago. I live in L.A. I know plenty niggas that washed up in the sink where they live. Because I'm not around to talk to her like she needs to be talked to.
That's it.
Like her mama. Anyway. So that's the show for this week. Make sure you tune in next week. Time run out fast on the Corey Holcomb 5150
Yes,
show.
it does. But thank you for listening. Thank you for coming through, you guys here in the audience.
All right, motherfuckers. That's what's up.